Week 12 of the 2023-24 NBA season is over, which means it's time to run it back. This is Run It Back, NBA Week in Review. I'm Jose Salviati, editor at thepeachbasket.net, and this is the show where we recap the week that was in the NBA and then discuss the NBA question of the day as we prepare for the week to come. Today we're audio only as we're revamping a few things, looking to create the very best, most concise show for you, the passionate NBA fan. We'll start like we always do with the only objective overall top 10 NBA power rankings anywhere. You can read more about how we get to these rankings, as well as the entire list at thepeachbasket.net. Let's take a look at the top 10 after week number 12. The Sacramento Kings dropped 3 spots to number 10 after a 2-2 week. I don't think there's anything to be concerned about in Sacramento. They just didn't have as good a week as other teams did overall. The number 9 spot in week number 12 belongs to the Milwaukee Bucks. Again, they came in at number 9 last week, and they had a 2-1 week to stay there in week number 12. The Indiana Pacers cracked the top 10 at number 8 after going 3-0 in week number 12 and looking pretty good doing it. The Knicks dropped 1 spot to number 7. They're still riding high after acquiring OG Anunoby, going 2-1 in week number 12. Now, the biggest mover this week are the New Orleans Pelicans. He came in at number 6, up 4 spots. They went 3-1 in week 12, which included road wins against the Kings, Warriors, and Mavericks. The Denver Nuggets had a good week at 2-1, but not good enough to keep them from dropping 1 spot to number 5. The number 4 spot belongs to the Los Angeles Clippers, one of the hottest teams in the Western Conference right now. They had a 3-1 week and moved up 1 spot. Number 3 belongs to the Oklahoma City Thunder, which had a perfect 4-0 week. Coming in at number 2 in week 12 are the best team in the Western Conference, the Minnesota Timberwolves. And the number 1 team after week number 12, once again, the very best team in the Eastern Conference and arguably the best team in the association right now, the Boston Celtics. That's the objective top 10 list for week number 12. If you want to see all 30 teams and where they land this week, please visit thepeachbasket.net. Now let's shift our focus to the players. These are the best to do it by average in week number 12 of the 2023-24 NBA season. Today, we're expanding the list to include the best average in field goals made, 3-point shots made, offensive and defensive rebounds, and game score. If you aren't familiar with game score, it was created by John Hollinger to give a rough measure of a player's productivity for a single game. For reference, the highest single game score in any game since the 1983-84 season belongs to Michael Jordan, because of course it does. He had a game score of 64.6. A score of 10 is average, 40 is outstanding. Let's see who had the highest game score in week number 12. But first, let's take a look at points. Points and field goals made both belong to Dallas Maverick Kyrie Irving, who averaged 36.3 points per game with 13 field goals made on average. The best average for 3-point field goals made belongs to Splash brother Klay Thompson with 5.3 made threes on average. The best overall rebounder in week number 12 was a New York Knick, Isaiah Hartenstein. He averaged 16.3 boards and also was the leader in offensive rebounds at 5.7. The best rebounder on the defensive end was Rudy Gobert, who averaged 11.3. The best playmaker in the NBA for week number 12 was Nikola Jokic. You don't expect your center to be the best playmaker, to be the best assist guy, but this guy is a unicorn. He's amazing. He averaged 12 assists per game. Mo Bamba protected the rim better than anyone for the 76ers, averaging 3.5 blocks per game in week number 12. LaMelo Ball only played 1 game for the Hornets, but he made it count. He was the best by average in steals with 5 per game. Now, the most productive player, this again is that game score we talked about, taking into account points, rebounds, steals, assists, turnovers, etc. It's basically the most productive, most impactful player on the court. For week number 12, that was Shai Gilgeous-Alexander of the Oklahoma City Thunder at 29.4. Shai's having a phenomenal year. We talked about it in a couple of podcasts last week. He's in the MVP running. He is good, and it's good to see him having success in OKC. Now, as we turn our focus to week number 13, the marquee game has to be the Boston Celtics hosting the defending world champion Denver Nuggets on Friday, January 26th. We hope to host a watch party, watching and commenting on that game, which may very well be a finals preview. Make sure to add us on X/Twitter at @thepeachbasket_ to make sure you don't miss that watch party. Finally, we end as we always do with the NBA question of the day. The NBA question of the day today is, which of the single win teams? There are three, the Spurs with 7, the Pistons with 3, and the Wizards with 7, has the best upside, and which is in the worst shape? All right, we'll start with the easy one, right? The low-hanging fruit, the upside. It seems odd talking about upside for single win teams, but if these were your 3 teams and you got to pick one that had the most likelihood of having success in the future, which one would you pick? Of course, it's the San Antonio Spurs. The San Antonio Spurs have a great record of success in San Antonio. They've got one of the best, if not the best coach in the NBA. And of course, they got Victor Wembanyama. So I would think that is easily the team with the best upside. They're just having a rough go of it, and that's to be expected. They are a young team. Now, the Pistons and the Wizards are tough, right? Which is in the worst shape? For me personally, I think the Wizards. I would take the Pistons over the Wizards, and here's why. I don't see any semblance of a plan out of Washington. I don't know what they're doing. The Pistons are a young team. The Wizards aren't as young. They invested in players. They're not going anywhere. And I don't think that they have what we said the San Antonio Spurs have, right? A vision, a great coach. You could argue the same for the Pistons, but the Pistons have had success earlier, right, than the Wizards' success. The Wizards haven't been good since they were the Bullets. The Pistons have been good, a little over a decade ago. So I think the Pistons are probably going to be okay. I think obviously some changes need to be made for both franchises, but the team with the best upside, San Antonio, the team that's currently a single win team with the worst shape, sadly, are the Washington Wizards. That's it. Week number 13 of the 2023-24 NBA season is in the books. Join us next week after week number... Oh, wait, I messed that up, didn't I? Week number 12 of the 2023-24 NBA season is in the books. Join us next week after week number 13 when we once again run it back.
Pick and roll, post up, crossover, step through, step back, corner 3, dribble, drive to the hoop. We provide hoop news, hoop court truths, voice of the fan, win or lose. In-depth reports, locker room to the court. Peace, basket, congrats, all facets of the sport. So look here, lend the air in the air is the sound of hoop fanatics in the atmosphere. Your expectations, we will surpass it. Attractive like a magnet, tuned in the Peach Basket. Live broadcasting, even podcasted. Got a question, don't hesitate to ask it. Intelligent news with no static. Turn on your tablet when you gotta have it. Drop updates quick like a rabbit. We got the answers, check out Peach Basket. Peach Basket, Peach Basket. Peach Basket, Peach Basket, Peach Basket, Peach Basket. The voice of the fan, the voice of the fan. Peach Basket, Peach Basket, Peach Basket, Peach Basket, Peach Basket, Peach Basket. The voice of the fan, the voice of the fan.